Hey folks, Ty again. And as you can see, got some chips over here. And basically making nachos. And got my cheese over here going. And I was like, man, you know, I ain't did a video this week, so I want to do something fun to upload. Something that we all can get hip with. Hopefully everybody likes nachos. I'm guessing if you're clicking on this video and you're watching it, you do like nachos, so please. You know, while we're here, if you could like, subscribe, and share to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Got my little joint over here, grabbing my chips out as they go. Cameraman, please. You. Yeah. Look at that. Don't do nothing else than that. And then I'm gonna show my folks these are my nachos before. And as I take them, by hand, they dip in. You be careful not to get popped. It would suck. I was out at the market today and it came to me. I'm like, man, I want some nachos. And since I want nachos, said I had to go buy some expensive nachos. I was like, hey, let me be efficient. So basically, I'm gonna make a lot of nachos, and for the amount I paid, I feel like it's greatly efficient. I paid $1.25 for the end of the shells, which is these are corn shells, and $1.25 for the cheese. I feel like $2.50 nachos, when you think about it, is actually greatly worth it and efficiently priced, especially in today's market. What we're paying for nowadays. Hey, to those who are watching the channel, where are you at in the world? I would love to know. But yeah, so I have my butter knife here, just basically moving some of the chips over, because yeah, they're gonna crust and cook up. But I don't want none of them sticking to each other, so I easily just bump them a little bit. Not hard enough to split them or break them, but enough to just separate them from each other. And then if you look over here, it's nice amounts of, we'll go back over here. Just gonna keep it going. And eventually I'm gonna season these up after they're all done. I didn't want to salt and season each time they came out. I felt like that'd just be too much sodium. So I wanted to be intelligent about it, and I said, you know what, I'll wait till after the process is done. The other thing is I got my nacho cheese over here, just boiling, and lucky you got a peel back type cap, so I ain't got to worry about being messy. It's too easy to just peel and go. But for my seasoning, what I'm gonna go with is, keep it simple, I'm gonna go with some garlic salt, some chili powder, a little bit of onion powder, some paprika, not too much, but a pipe of salt. I mean pepper. And really don't need salt because I have garlic salt, but that's the seasoning I'm gonna go with for these chips. And they don't take long to brown over or crust up. But I like to keep them moving so they don't get stuck on each other. Truthfully, it was a pack of 22 and I cut them into 4 sections. I feel like that's a nice amount of chips for what I'm doing here. So you see they start to curl up, and that's great. That's totally nacho chip style. And I don't even want these super dark, so I'm gonna keep them of light, but most definitely make sure that they're crusted enough to have that crunch into them. Again, folks, when you're working with oil, even though some of you know this, some may not, please be careful. I hate those scary stories of people getting burned. Grease or hot really bad. You can restart and traumatic. Be careful, folks. I'm gonna wipe clean my area off. Y'all need to see that, just know I'm doing it. Alright, well, those are crisping up. And this is an electric stove, and I have it on 7. Keep these going. I want to try to hear the sound of these chips so you can know how they hear that sound. And they really got that restaurant quality look to them, and that's okay. But because we're making authentic chips, and we're gonna basically make nacho chips. I'm gonna let these get a little more brown on them before I take them out, and then put my last section of chips in. And I'm gonna turn my can of cheese around because this is a nacho cheese, so I want that flavor to be there. And also, just because I can, I'm gonna add a little bit of this taco seasoning. Not a lot, just literally sprinkle as I toss the chips around. Just to give them a kick of flavor, you know, a little kick. See, this is not an impossible process. I don't try to make impossible processes. I try to make it really easy. So even if you're a beginner when it comes to cooking, that this would be for you, you know, all of my videos. Yep, this is what we got going on. I feel like as you can see, they're not frying like that no more. The only thing that this aims to do if you keep them in here is to darken them. And if you want your chips darker, go for it. You know, I know where I want mine at. I want them just of brown, but of light, kind of in between. So I'm gonna dip this in there, give it a second to get that oil off of it. Getting that oil off. Come on. Strain, not too hard, not too heavy. I don't want to make sure it's broken. As you can see, the longer you keep them in there, the darker they was gonna get. Like I said, I don't want these over dark, but just kind of a brown color to the lighten. See it right there? Get that oil off of it. And I'm gonna show you the last set of chips before they go in. Grab these really quick, being careful about it, turn it over. But here you go. It's basically you got a puck of corn tortilla shells. And as before, put them in one at a time. If they go in, they drop to the bottom and then come back up, which is a good sign that they're frying properly. I know it's like those slots to drop them in the oil. You can cook right on up. Move the oil around a little bit. So not enough to break them, but enough to get them in there. Got 2 more. I'm gonna get them in there. And after these come out, then I do the seasoning on them. He's nice and toasted though. Toss into that oil. This is really fun to do, folks. I really enjoy myself cooking. And I hope that whoever's watching enjoys to watch me cook and learn as you go. Give them a couple more seconds, or maybe a couple 60 seconds at best. Then I'm gonna pull them out and then I'm gonna season them. Take my nacho cheese. Oh, it's feeling nice and hot. Folks, when you take the cheese out, be careful. You don't want the open cheese and it just spurts out. You know what? I would say they're ready. Let me give it a quick check test. Crispness to them that's needed. Yeah, they're ready to come out. So now we're gonna get my strainer here. Getting that oil off. Now being careful so you don't kill the chips up. Turn that oil off. So the next step is to get the seasoning going. Get all the chips into here. Alright, so now, cameraman please. Straight line chip had in the way. Gotta get him on that. Okay, so now that those are out, the next step so now I'm about to add what I want to add. Get these tossed. This is garlic salt. Paprika, chili powder, onion powder, black pepper. Like I said, a little bit of this taco seasoning. I'm only going to add a finger sprinkle of that. Now I'm about to get these chips tossed. Smell great. I offer one to my cameraman, please. All right, cameraman approves. Now the next thing is, rinse this bowl off really fast. So I'm gonna pour some chips into a bowl. Got your chips over here on deck. Got your chips in your bowl. Alright, so now I'm about to get my nacho cheese. And as I said, please be careful, folks. Giving this cheese a little stir about. Be careful, it's nice and hot. Let's turn some cheese around. So smells great. It smells like regular good old nacho cheese. Spices are really getting. Bless you, thank you, bless you. Spices getting better than me. But here we go. Come over here. Excuse me, cameraman. This is really hot. I feel like $2.50 nachos for that. It's not bad. Hey folks, I'm about to try this one out myself. Alright. That's good. Until the next.